What's up, guys? Magus here. Today is October 23rd of 2020, and we're going to do some Bitcoin and Ethereum analysis. Do me a favor and hit like and subscribe. So starting right off with the king, take a look at Bitcoin over here. Here are all my levels that I'm operating off of at the moment. My system was when we broke this consolidation, whichever way we went was going to have momentum. It was not going to be faded, so it's going to be a directional trade. I didn't end up actually taking the Bitcoin long. I chose to take it on Ethereum instead, but we'll get to that. Um, I think it's pretty probable that we're going to be done moving up for a bit. The only way we're moving up is probably just to sweep highs to come back down. I'm thinking that the best opportunity to get long is going to be in this 12.5, maybe down to like 12.3 area. I don't see us coming down any lower than that just because this seems like there's quite a lot of demand right now, and it would be really surprising for me to see price come down to here. I don't see price going below 12. You're going to see a lot of people posting on Twitter that they want to get entries down here. They're all going to get front run. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, to reiterate, I think that the best longs are going to be 12.5 to 12.2-ish. I'll be building in there. Um, yeah, I'm fairly content with my spot holdings, so I won't be messing with that too much. Just will be trying to get a leverage long going. Apart from that, isn't really too much to go over here, really. Um, I think that we pull back before we move up again, and once we start moving up again, the train should really get going there. Um, I don't even have any of the levels marked off, but yeah, 14 is 13.8 to 14 is a pretty obvious level from price action. Um, 17 is going to be an obvious level, but really, frankly, I think once we start to move back up again, there's not going to be anything really stopping us. I'm sure we'll have some resistance points along the line, but I think that the trend will probably continue up. And I hate to be a moon boy, but it does seem that it is a very real possibility that this trend leads to all-time highs. Um, yeah, everyone wants to see that. Who knows if it really happens? I think that if it does happen, it's not going to be as easy as people think. Um, there's going to be a lot of issues along the way. We're going to have lots of spikes, lots of wicks, just designed to take everyone out. Yeah, so that pretty much does it for Bitcoin. These are all my levels. I think that I'm going to be getting long in the mid to lower 12s, and we'll be moving forward from there. Moving over to ETH, which is where I do primarily I'm trading on ETH, and I don't really do very much Bitcoin trading these days. Um, Taking a look, we've got all my levels marked out. Bitcoin has a lot less resistance points than ETH does, I think, at least in the midterm, because on the last move up, ETH outperformed Bitcoin and really moved up quite a bit more. So it has more fresh resistance points that could slow it down. Will they? I really don't think so. I've been saying for a while now that once we got over 400 that um, we're going to go to 650 to 7 ish, which is still my plan. So I'm long from lower. I already started to take some off because, I have to. Um, a lot of people are gonna not want to take profit off because they want to keep their entries, but um, I primarily profit from intraday trading, so these swings are just extra bonuses. I don't really plan to even be a profitable swing trader. It's just a bonus when it works out that way. So similarly to Bitcoin, I think that this is buy the dip season. The most obvious point for getting long for me is going to be like right here, right? Like lower 400s. It would be absolutely wonderful if you could get longs in the, mid to upper 80s, but it's pretty improbable. What I will say is that this is a pretty disgusting bottom on this day. So there is a possibility that this gets wicked into, which would be absolutely incredible opportunity to fill some longs. I think Bitcoin has no, Bitcoin doesn't have that same type of structure on that day. So yeah, this is a pretty ugly formation on the TPO. I could see this getting filled. The higher probability is that we just chop into the void before we continue back up. I could see us come all the way down here. It's probably more likely that it looks something more along the lines of it chops in here and is testing this monthly value area high, and we get some sort of wick down into this to fill this out before we get a strong response and continue up. Um, that's going to be what I would be looking for on my fills, right? I'll start to fill before I see response and initiation from buyers, but in order for me to really A, stay in the position and feel comfortable, and B, add to it and get to full size, I'm gonna want to see the responsiveness. But I don't really expect that to be an issue for us, to be frank, just because um, the demand has been very obvious lately. So if it was to suddenly disappear all of a sudden, once we got to a logical area to be bid up again, that would be really concerning. So it's something to keep an eye out for. Yep, so that pretty much does it. These are all my levels. I'm looking to get long. The tactic pretty much is going to be build up the longs in the voids and pray that it doesn't break down on me again. Um, yeah, on Bitcoin it would be a fresh long. On ETH it would just be adding. I have I have my long from much lower that I already started to take off. I'd love to add it back. Yeah, my average is in the 360s, so feeling pretty good about it right now. Like I said, I already took a bunch off. So no matter what happens, I'll be chilling with ETH just because I've already basically secured it as a profitable trade by taking some off and having stops. So yep, that pretty much does it. Please, anybody that has questions or recommendations about what should go on this channel, please go ahead and drop a comment and let me know. All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.